Okay. I think that fixed it. You guys let me know if you can hear me. I am so sorry. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, then we should be good. Okay, cool. My bad. Okay, so here we go. So let's just start off with some lines of action. And this is practically a stick figure drawing, but um, it will help me get the idea that I want as far as like proposing the character. So let's see. I'm going to put a line about right here. It's going to be a very animated character. So actually, let's kind of do something like this. Okay, I'm so glad you guys can hear me now. I was so worried. I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to have to restart the broadcast. Okay, so here we go. So we've got this. We've got this, and I always put these like little circles here to kind of let you know where the joints will be, and then these little spots for like the hands. So I'm going to show you guys a way to build off of this and make it make it easier for when you're sketching. So that's why, like, when people tell me, they're like, oh, I can only draw a stick figure or whatever, I'm like, well, that's actually perfect. So that means that you're going to be able to draw. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. So what you could do from here, guy or girl. This is going to be a girl. It's going to be a girl character. And I'm thinking she's going to have, like, some type of, like, ponytail or something. Something like that. So, again, oh, hello. I see someone just left a comment. Sorry if I'm, like, coughing and sniffing stuff, guys. I've had, like, the flu, so I've been, like, super sick. But I wanted to get on here and live stream for you guys. So, okay, so let's continue. So what I'm going to do is just kind of add the little areas for where I want to have, like, her fingers. And obviously, whoops. we'll go back and straighten these out, but I just want to put them down for right now so we don't forget. Okay. And here. Okay. Thank you so much. I will do my best. I will do my best to feel better. Okay, so here we go. So we've got, I don't know, I like to do that sometimes, just add little, it's like something to lock it down to the ground so that you can tell the character's actually standing on something other than just like a white background. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop the opacity on this, and I'm going to make a new layer, and then we're going to kind of start going over, we're going to go over it again, but then we're going to start adding more detail to it so it makes more sense. So, for instance, with the head, we'll come over, and now we'll just do like, I don't know, that's a weird shape. Let's do a little shape like this or so. I don't know, it's still kind of big, but here we'll shrink this down just a little bit, just like so, and then I'll come over here, just kind of add this. So it's practically, you're just drawing on top of what you've already done, but it's helping you be able to find the places where you need to put things, or the positioning of things. So it's a little harsh. Oops, oh my gosh. Yes, the Draw My Subscriber video is coming soon. So I'm very excited about that. Hello. Hold on, let me see. A good drawing tablet. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, it depends on what type you want. Like, if you want something more on the lines of, like, something that plugs into your computer, there's a ton of those. Um, but honestly, I really just use a lot of, like, Android and my iPad and stuff because it's just, I like the interface for the way they work. So I don't know a whole lot right now about like what's a hot tablet like out right now, just because I have been so busy. Um, I've been so busy, you guys. I've been just mad busy working on the Greatest Journey. So um, so yeah, so I'm a tad bit out of the loop right now, but I can always look into it for you guys. Maybe I'll make like a video on what are some of the best ones currently out right now. Because I mean, oh, Android only. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Hold on, real quick. I'll get to your question. I just want to kind of get her more set up just a little bit. So she's gonna have like a ponytail. So I'm gonna put like a little bun kind of thing right here, and then. So see, so I actually want the ponytail to be shorter. So that's why having this sketch layer underneath can kind of help you see like where you're like, oh, okay, I want to change that. I don't want that to be so so long or something, because you can see in the original sketch that we were doing, her ponytail is pretty long, but I don't really want it to be that long. Oops. Okay. That did not come out the way I wanted it. And this is like very simple, so we're not going to be doing like this isn't going to be like super detailed or anything, but this is just I don't know, it's just something relaxing to kind of help you or help people get the feel of just drawing comfortably and not being stressed about it. Okay. I just saw the comment about the stick figures. Oops. So I think it would be cool if we actually had like her hand like where it looks like it's turned a little bit versus the way that we had it originally. So see, so if I hide that layer, you can see we're coming out with a nice clean sketch, which is really cool. And I'm also thinking it'd be kind of cool to put some like, I don't know, cool like shoes on her or something, like some cool, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just do a little sketch of something so we know that she's wearing something. She's not barefoot. Even though there's nothing wrong with being barefoot. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. It's coming along. If you guys are enjoying, feel free to go ahead and smash that like button. Okay. Oops. This is not what I want. Okay. So it's coming along. It's looking pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hide the layer underneath. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to drop the opacity on this one. And then we're going to make another layer. So it's kind of like 3 stages of doing the same thing practically, but you're just trying to get it more refined. But what I am going to do though is for this one, let's go ahead and let's put start filling in like where we want her eyes and all that stuff to be. have her where she's like super surprised or something. She's like, "What?" Oops. Just go ahead and fill this in, just for the heck of it. So she looks pretty surprised. All right. So what I want to do though is, you see her head is very. We need to show that she's got some hair. So I'm going to bring this over a little bit and then push this out. So it's almost like she has like a bang or something like on her hair. Or yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Du, 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 du. It's so much fun doing live streams with you guys. I really enjoy it. All right. Now, the thing I'm trying to figure out is, what is she going to be wearing? So here's something that's very important to know. Okay, so I'm going to do her shirt, but sometimes people just do this and then they just wrap the shirt like around. That doesn't look right. Or they'll just do it like this and then they'll cut, oops. They'll do it like this and then they'll just cut straight over like this. And then that's supposed to be like a sleeve. The only thing though is that just looks, it doesn't look realistic. So, you know, what you want to do is actually have it come out like this a little bit and just show that the sleeve is actually lifted, and then you continue with the line for the skin, or for her arm, I should say. I hope that made sense to you guys. Now, this character is very exaggerated, so I just want you guys to know that. So, she's got really long arms, and yeah, so she looks a little funny. Oops, I'll zoom in. Yeah, I wanted to thank all of you for helping the Greatest Journey trailer. It's at 400 plus views right now, so I'm happy about that, and let's see, hopefully we can get it even higher. So that's, I don't know, it's exciting. I get really excited about it. So you guys should definitely practice this. Sometimes it takes a while, uh, just because you're like, well, for what I'm doing right now, I mean, I'm drawing from my imagination, so it takes sometimes it takes me a little while just to figure out is what it is that I want to do. Um, but if you practice this, it will just become natural, and you won't be stressed while you're drawing. It really helps though, having when in animation they call it skeleton layer, so it really helps being able to do that when we're doing like a drawing like this. So in 1 second, I'm going to show you guys something. That would be quite interesting. Or I should say useful. I don't know. Alrighty. So before we go down and finish the shoes, I want to show that her shirt is not just running into her pants. So we'll put another little lift like such. And then we'll do a slight one there too to bend in for the pants. Ever so gently. Just like so. Boop! We can put that there. Okay, so let's give her some pockets. Maybe she's got like a really fat belt on. And if we're going to do a belt, then it should overlap just a tad bit. Just like so. So then we can come in here and I will erase. Just like so. And then we can put these like little straps. We'll put little straps here. And we'll put one here. I'm not really too worried about where I'm putting them. And we'll give her, we'll just put like just a temporary belt buckle thing right here. And why not? We'll put the little art face thing there. So she's got an art face belt on. So there, just like that. Oops. Cool, cool. All right. So we almost got her. Well, let's do. We need to do her ear. So I'll just do it like that. But one thing I want to do though is put a few little, just like where it looks like her hair is like a little messy, just right back there, like on the back of her neck. And then I'll have it come down just a little bit right there. And bring it over. Oops. Okay. It's looking good, right? Okay, so next, let's do, we'll put a little more style into the shoes this time. Just like so. Cool, 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 cool. You guys let me know if the stream is still going good for you guys, and if so, then we will just continue. We'll keep going. Okay, So now, let's see. Let's, it's actually pretty simple, but I like the way it looks. So let's, get rid of that layer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to color it. But, let's do one little thing real quick. Just put some, sometimes I like putting, little bits of detail. I can bring this, can trim this up a little bit. I think sometimes the problem, you guys, is like people, they feel like you just have to like just rush while you're drawing, and it's like you have to have fun and just see like what looks good, what works, what doesn't work. These things are all important, and just try to be as relaxed as possible when you're drawing, because it will make a difference in the final outcome. So I love doing little tune-up stuff when I'm just drawing. There's just little things that I see. I'm like, oh, that would add, some detail, or that would make it look good, or that would work. So let's see. Okay, so she's looking pretty cool. Let's put before we do color, let's put I want to put a little choker on her. Sometimes I just see characters and then they just start coming to life in front of me, and I'm like, oh, duh, why didn't I think? Of course she's missing that, You'll see? I think that looks good. I think it just added something to her. So let's see. So what else? What else is she missing? She looks very surprised, though. Let's do... I need to tighten this up a little bit right in there. Maybe put, like, I don't know, a little... just like a little tear in her pants or something. Kind of getting like a little, I don't know, punk rock vibe from her. It's kind of what I'm seeing. So we'll put, maybe she's wearing a fancy smartwatch. So we'll just fill that in real quick. So she's got her little smartwatch on, but we need to actually make that a little bit thicker. There we go. And bring this. Oops, it's way too thick. Just like so. Alright. Sounds looking good, right? Maybe we'll put, I don't know, let's see. Where's a good spot for this? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'll put like a black heart on her shirt. Little things like this, like when I'm on the ink layer, I don't mind just scribbling it in. And yes, I'm definitely going to color it in, for sure. Okay, let's do, I'm going to color in real quick, or fill in her eyebrows. We'll do that real quick. So yeah, so there we go. So she's coming along. So what I want to do now, though, is I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to fill this in. That is just way too much. let's go ahead and just do this. The thing is like, if you just take your time and be patient while you make the sketch, when it comes to doing the coloring, that's when you can have so much fun. Like, I love coloring. It's just, it's the best. Okay, so let's just fill this all in. And you guys will see what I'm doing in just a second. I know you're probably like, what's going on? Okay, so I'll just take that, drop that on there, and drop that in there. There we go. She's looking pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add, merge all of that with the ink layer. So there. So see, so look, so here's progress. So we started with this, then we added this, and now she's here. So see? That's pretty cool, right? Okay, so now it's time to do some color. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is I'm going to do her skin. So we get that out the way. I always like, most of the time, I like to try to do the skin first, and then I'll start doing like the other colors and stuff. And again, I'm always going to stress this. Don't worry if you go outside the lines a little bit. It's not going to it's not going to kill you. Okay, so drag that and fill that in. Just close that off. Oops. And we'll get here on her hands. Sometimes people, they get so scared because they're like, oh, I went outside the line. I'm like, and? It's not that big a deal. See, like, I'm going outside the line right now. I don't care. And the thing is like, I'm just having fun. And so I just feel like if you're always too worried and stressed and about following the rules, whatever, like, you're not going to have fun. So let's get down over here because we had like her. Now see, the areas like this, you don't have to fill them in because the brush is fat enough already. So we can do, practically, we can just, see, we don't even have to fill it in with a bucket tool, practically. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's do, the next thing I want to do is let's go ahead and fill in her eyes. So let's do that. Let's fill in, oops. Nah, I just went out of the line right there and I fixed it, but sometimes it's just me being picky when it comes to the eyes. I'm like really picky about eyes. Really, really, really picky. So, and one big thing that we need to do is expand the eye itself. So what I mean by that is, here, I'll show you guys. Let me zoom in and erase this and this. So we'll erase all of this right here real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go back to my inking tool. There we go. Zoom in. Okay, good enough. Good enough. She looks pretty crazy though. So let's actually reposition that eye. And I'm just putting these little dots here right now because I feel like there's probably something I'm going to want to do with her eyes later. But yeah. She's got like a baby tooth. What's going on? Okay. Let's go ahead and merge. Actually, wait, no, let's not do that yet. Let's pick. I think it'd be cool if she has gray eyes. So let's do that. Just fill that in real quick. And right there. Oh yeah, duh. That's why. There we go. Let me just fix that real quick. Oops. Okay, cool. So let's merge all of this together, and let's keep going with her clothes. So what I'm almost thinking is maybe I'm trying to think of a color I want to go with. You know what? Actually, I like this tone right here. Let me get back to this tool. And we'll just start filling this in. And just come over here. I'm just tracing over the artwork again. And you can see that spot right there where we'll have to correct that because it looks funny. But it's an easy fix. A very, very, very easy fix. Alright. Boop. That looks good. Let's do her pants. I'm kind of seeing something like Actually, I'm kind of seeing like a dark brownish, kind of. Lightish, dark brown, I don't know what to call it. But, go ahead and just do this. Fill this in. I love using colors so much. It's so much fun. It's just relaxing. It's just very nice on the eyes, just being able to stare at it and just think like, what do I want to do with this? What kind of color do I want to add to this? That is a very good tablet. It is. Are you interested in buying it? Have you bought it? Do you have it? What's going on? We'll do these. We'll do these right here. Okay. Have I thought about the background? I have not. I haven't got that far yet. But I could come up with something cool, I'm sure. I wasn't even sure about doing a background for this particular video, just because it was more a tutorial on just kind of drawing the character, just getting people familiar with easy way to draw. But we could do something. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll just fill in the shoes. So that looks cool. And we're on another layer, so we might as well just go ahead and yeah, she looks scared or surprised. Yeah, maybe a bit of both, huh? Maybe a bit of both. Oh no, it's okay. I like it when you guys ask questions, so don't feel bad about that at all. Okay, so now we've got. She's a really cool looking little character, so I don't know. Maybe you guys will see her again. I don't know, but she's pretty cool looking though. I like the way she looks. Okay, so once you've got your drawing practically figured out on what you're gonna do, then you can start having fun. So the last thing I'm gonna do is we're going to add some black nail polish to her. So I think it will look good on her. It just seems fitting. So I'll just put little specks, little dots, just like so. Alrighty. Cool, cool, cool. Actually, I'm going to just brighten this up just a little bit. About right there. Okay, but I need to, before we continue with the next section, I wanted to, remember we had talked about fixing this little spot right over here. So I just want to fix that. And for all of you that sent your photos in for the Draw My Subscriber, I want to thank you. I am very excited to do it. Kind of have a surprise for you guys with that too. So only one person knows. Only one of my subscribers knows about this. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, so I'm going to merge that. And now it's time to start doing some more coloring. So let's color in. Let's put some spots here on her cheeks. And I always like to do the nose and then a little bit here on the chin. Right here, here. Just a streak right there. This is a little bit on the forehead. Barely. We'll do some right here. A little bit right there. A little bit down in there. And right there. Good enough. Put a little bit right there too. Okay. I'm going to drop the opacity on this. It's a very subtle tint, but it goes a long way, trust me. Okay, so now let's do something a little bit. It's not necessarily. I would just encourage those of you who sent your photos in to just to keep your fingers crossed. I'll just say that. Okay, so she's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this entire layer and go completely pitch black. I'll get a little tint going on. Make it a little bit darker. Just like so. And wow, this is like, it's actually looking pretty good. It's all about patience. That's what it's all about. So a lot of times, people they think by achieving this look that you actually have to do coloring, and what I'm doing right now, obviously, I'm not coloring. I'm just erasing, but it's very simple, but it gives your artwork a very, very fun, energetic look. I don't know. That's the way I see it. So I'm gonna show you guys something. Oops, something to look out for and to be aware of. So don't panic, but just be aware of it. Um, so right here where we have her stomach. So what I actually want to do is make a small line that kind of comes up right here, just where you can see what we just did right there is we actually just created a shadow for her shirt, like the flap overlapping. Alright, so we'll just keep going and we'll do her arms. Now you don't want to erase the inside part of the hand, and the reason why is because that is the area where there's not that much light, uh, you know, getting to. So you want to show that there's contrast in there. So it's very important. So just try to remember. Don't stress if you forget. It's all good. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm going to zoom in pretty close to this so you guys can see this part. I'm going to erase just a little bit right here, but I'm going to leave a little bit of it because it makes it look like shadow a little bit. And we still need to do the pants. So do it just like so. All right. How about a name? A name. A name, a name, a name. I don't know. She definitely needs one. She needs something that's like very uh, bouncy. Like she seems like a person that would laugh a lot. Um, so yeah. One thing I'm gonna do too. This is the way I do. When I'm doing my cartoon characters, this is the way I do lips. So as you can see, I already did like the shape of her mouth, right? But now what I want to do is actually put some lips on that. So I'll do the shape of the mouth first, and then I'll just do like a soft color, and then that just represents where the lips are. So that's just the way I like to do it. I think it looks cool. It's fitting. And actually we can there we go. What is it they call that? It's like a nude kind of tint, I guess that's what they call it, and I think that's mostly with makeup or something. I don't know, but I think that's what you would call it. So we'll do that. We'll merge that together. Then what I want to do is I want to add some. Well, here's one thing that's important too. Sometimes it's good to change the color of your background. So we're going to change a slight little tint just like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding just a little bit of light onto her face. Just to brighten things up just a little bit. So we'll just do this. And we're actually going to make this brighter because this is like too soft. I'll be surprised if you guys can even see the tint that I'm adding. Actually, let's go ahead and change it because I want you guys to be able to see the difference. Okay, so about right there. Oops. Too much. I like those names. I just saw them pop up. I was like, oh, those are nice names. I'm just adding just a tad bit of like rim light on her clothes. I'd say she looks like a pretty legit character, right? Why not? I'll just fill in that little art face logo right there. It's looking good. All right, so that made a difference. Might want to turn the opacity down just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this again, and I'm going to turn it to about right there, turn the opacity down, and we're going to kind of do this again, but a little more rough though. Your phone died. That's never any fun. I'm just doing kind of like a circular motion as I'm scribbling, erasing some of this. That's the one thing that I do miss about my Samsung tablet, because it had like the little cursor, so you guys could like tell what gesture I'm doing as I'm drawing. So that's one thing I wish that they would have included on the iPad Pro. Sometimes I don't think they think about those kind of things when they're designing these products. They're probably just thinking like, oh, you don't have to have a little cursor for it to show like how accurate it is. It's like, well, we use that little cursor for more than just, you know, that type of stuff. We have other uses for it. So, yes, she has. She's come a very long way. All right. Oops. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to. There we go. I was just trying to put like a tint, more reddish tint on top of her. We need to put a little bit more blush in her feet, in her her cheeks. That looks good. I like the way it looks. So one thing, yeah, this looks funny, doesn't it? It looks so weird. Um, Now I wanted her eyes to be gray, so we need to make them stand out a little bit more because they kind of lost some of the detail. So let's just go ahead and fill that back in. That looks good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and merge those. Yeah, shit looks really weird without the ink layer. Okay, so the final shadow layer that I'm going to do for her is, I'll show you guys right now. I'm going to put a small little line under her neck. Just kind of bring it all the way around. We'll put a little bit right here too. We'll do it just like so. We'll bring it down. Just like that. Also too, we want to do it here. I'm going to show the shadow of that sleeve on her arm. We want to show that. We'll do some right here as well. Just like so. And then maybe we can even put a little bit on the inside of her hand. About right there. Just like so. So now what I'm going to do is drop the opacity on it just a little bit. Just like that. See? That looks good, right? So one thing I wanted to do also is go about right there. And then maybe just a streak right there. Then we'll drop the opacity on that to about right there. Merge that. It's looking good. It's looking pretty decent. Okay, so it's pretty cool. Like, think about it. Like, we went from, oh, here, let's move this out the way. So we went from this to this, and now we're here. So you see, so those are the stages that, you know, you can get a full drawing like that. That's only 3 stages too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so one thing that I like to do with my artwork a lot too is I like to add like just a tad bit of noise. I love the way it looks. I don't know what it is, but I really like it. And then if you want, you can add just like a very simple little shadow just underneath her, just something like to lock her to the floor. Doesn't have to be anything special. So just do something like that. Or actually, what I could do is let's just do that. Let's do I'll do that, and I don't know, just something like that. We could totally put some more detail into the shoes. That's not a problem. So actually, I would like to add some. It's just a little simple shadow like that. But let's add a little detail to the shoes. So just do that. And I think it would be cool if we did her, what do they call it, the tongue of the shoe. If we did them black, that would kind of look cool. These are pretty dope shoes. I would rock them. So we'll do something really cool too. We'll do, I need that inking tool to do this though. You already know. Oops, a little too much. Alright, So we'll just merge all of that together. Let's do. I saw a spot down here. We need to like clean that up just a little bit, where you can see that red bleeding through. So we get that. We get in over here. Sometimes I leave the stuff, like the excess stuff. Sometimes if there's a little bit coming out of the line, I'll leave it because sometimes I like the way it looks. It gives it a very like, I don't know. I'll just leave just little spots of it. So okay. Let's see. What else can we have her doing? Let's do maybe. Oh, here's a good idea. At least I think it's a good idea. I could be wrong. Let's give her. Maybe she's listening to some music. And I need to bring this all the way to the top. Looks pretty cool, right? Limited edition. Heck yeah. That would be dope. Okay. So that looks pretty cool, right? We're going to add that all to the ink layer. They always just look so funny. Okay. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for this, you guys. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, too, if you want me to continue this, like do a background or something for it and upload it as a time lapse, I'll be more than happy to do that. So I hope this video was helpful to anyone out there. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Take care. Oh, that's if I can stop my my live stream. Oh, God.